Hey guys, hello. It's Freddy Machado here, and we're going to transform this console app, sorry, that we made the start of this week, I guess. Um, this console app here, we're going to transform it into .NET Core library using netstandard. I'm not sure which one, maybe 2. 2 should be fine. Okay, so if you don't have this code and you wanna get this code, clone it. It's on my GitHub, so you can see my GitHub link in the links, in the channel links, the panels. So you can download. It's exactly the same thing I have here. You can see that we are reading some information from the Fortnite Replay file. Yeah. The most interesting part, I think, is the events in the chunks of data. So you can read a bunch of stuff, player eliminations, which is nice, even the gun type. So yeah, I'll try to transform this into a library. And I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, so which is nice. First of all, some refactoring here. The folder structure. Probably need to change something here. So I'm transforming the console app that we made the start of the week. It's in my GitHub. We're transforming that console app into a library. So I need to organize my folders. It's not here anymore. Okay. In fact, this is not the console app anymore, so we don't need this. That's okay. So I'm going to put the tests in here. We'll try to create some tests. This is not an exe anymore. And this is going to use the netstandard. Okay, should be good. Let's see what happens. Okay, I don't have a solution. Let's create a solution. Here it is. Let's add the app as a land add, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Now we can have a look at the difference. Yeah, we changed a lot of things. You can add everything. Yep. I don't remember if I have the latest changes. Let me see. Oh, I updated the README. Okay. Okay. I'll commit this anyway and then rebase. Transform console app to our library. That's good for me. Then we're going to rebase on origin master because we have some changes that I didn't pull, but it was only readme changes. That's fine. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe I need to fetch. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Hello there. Someone's watching. If you're watching this, if you wanna say hello, you can chat about this if you're interested. All right, now you can push this. Alrighty. It's there. Is the music too loud or is it okay? Okay. Now we need to figure out what to write here. need some with the library to help me create those classes. C# extensions, I guess. Yep. I did my chat here. Okay. I can create maybe, what can we call it? So this is a library now. So we need to enable anyone to download it and use to read information from Fortnite Replay files. So I was thinking about maybe creating something to enumerate all the files and return like a replay info class, an instance of a replay info class for every replay that was read. Let's see. Maybe okay, for now replay reader is fine. And essentially it's kind of like getting everything from here to there. So what we can do is something like constructor, and then we can get the file name, group the file path, and then it's going to store this. Let me see. Initialize field, that's good for me. And then we can try something like public replay info, maybe. Read info. Read replay info. It's fine. Generate type in a new file. That's awesome. That's all we need. Thanks to the C# extension. And in the replay info, we're going to store all the information and return it, of course. So now we can grab some stuff from here. Let's try to grab everything. Need system.io. Replay file path. Can use for access read, because we only need to read. Maybe we can create the info here. Like, info equals new replay info. And now we're going to store those things in the replay info. I think we don't need the magic number in the file version. So for now, I think we only need the important stuff. If we think it's necessary, then we get the other information. The file magic. So if you want to know how to read this, I wrote this in another live stream. So you can have a look at this video here in YouTube. It's in the README with the source code. So I wrote all this code from scratch in this video. Need using system for exception and daytime to work. Gun type we need to bring. Generate type. New file is fine. It's going to be in num. Milliseconds time. That's interesting. You can bring this as well. I'm not sure if we're going to maybe create a different class, like a utility class or something. But for now, let's put it here. Milliseconds to time. And we need to return the replay reader after we read this. Okay, length in milliseconds. Yeah, we can return that. Replay in MS. Let's generate a property. Yep. Generate a property is fine. Internal set is fine. We're going to set this only using this library anyway, so internal set is the best option here. And I think we can do try to put this here, because we're going to convert things to time, other things as well. Maybe we can do like public static for now. And then we can create another property here, like string. Play. It's like replay in human readable time, but what to call this? Decisions about the API. Always struggling. TODO replay time. We can review this later. That's fine by me for now. And then I can use the replay reader static in the seconds to time. You went. Okay. What else? I don't think we need program anymore. We can get rid of this. Let's delete this. Yeah. I don't know why this is not uint, because the replaying in milliseconds means that you played like an amount of minutes. Like usually a full Fortnite match lasts like 20 minutes or something. So I don't know why this is int, because this milliseconds value cannot be negative, I guess, unless there's an error. So I'll read this as uint anyway. Doesn't matter. Oops. Doesn't matter because it's 4 bytes anyway. Okay. Network version. I think it doesn't matter for us, but we need to read anyway, so the stream advances 4 bytes. Change list, it's interesting. So that's the Fortnite build number for this replay file, and in every Fortnite update this change list value goes up with the build number, and then you're not able to reopen your previous replay file. Hello guys, if you're watching, you have questions or want to chat or say hello, please do it in the chat. I'll see it in my chat terminal here, so I can interact with you. So I'm transforming the old console app to a library. Change list. This is interesting for us. So let's grab this. Change list. Generate the property. That's fine for me. Friendly name. Yeah, the friendly name is interesting. Yeah, because you can change the replay file the name of the replay. And when you change the name, this friendly name f string gets changed. Friendly name. Is live. I'm not sure what this is used for. I guess it's like something related to the streamer mode, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't think it's useful for us, so I won't bother reading this value, returning this value to the replay info anyway. So Okay, file version. Maybe we can change this so it's makes more sense. It's not like magic numbers. Because I always look at this 3 and this 2 and I think, what's that? Doesn't make any sense. And I have Unreal's engine source code, so we can have a look. What is this? I think the method is called read replay info. Yeah, this one. Okay, so 3 in this case is we can copy this enum here maybe. Do we use 4? 3, 2. I don't think we use 4. So we can create local file version history. Okay. We're going to create a file. Replay version history. That's fine. Oh, we need a 3. This one. Okay. So here we can say replay version history. And then the 3 is which one? Timestamp. File version is uint. Always forget. Okay. 2 is compression. Okay. Now it looks a bit better without those magic numbers. The timestamp is interesting, so you can know exactly the time you were playing that match. Okay, so you create the timestamp. Is compressed. I'm not sure. We won't get it for now. What else? Okay, so here we start reading the chunks. Let's see where the chunks are. Okay, we need these enum for the chunk types. Play chunk type should be fine. So here we can do play chunk type. Events. Then we don't need this comment anymore. Chunk size in bytes we're using here. Okay. Okay. Now we need this. We're going to create a list, an enumerable of all the player eliminations from this replay file. We can put this in, transform this into a constant, which will help us. String group. Elimination. Okay. So some refactoring. Now we need to create a class to hold the player elimination event. And we can do something like first and replay info. We're going to create a constructor here. And we're going to have something like memorable of player elimination. Need to bring collections generic, and here we can say player eliminations, and we're going to transform this to use a list here. going to be a list, so we can add. We could create something different, maybe. Try to make this immutable. You can have maybe an underlying list. Renew up this thing. We can have a method here, which will be internal, so only this library can call it. To avoid add player elimination. Do string nick1, 2, and gun type. Something like this, maybe. Then we're going to add and we can do something like this. So nick1 is eliminated and the killer. Okay. What can we call them? I don't want to call them nick1 and nick2. To be a bit harder for the consumer of the library to know which one was which. Maybe something like eliminated. Eliminator, maybe. Not sure. We can change this API later. The gun type will be gun type. Let's see if we can create this property. Yeah, that's awesome. All internal set. I need to transform this into a public as well. Yep. Then it should work. Okay, worked. F2. Okay. Then we can simply turn player eliminations. That's fine for now. But since this thing is a list, anyone reading this thing can cast this to a list and then change the list itself, which is not ideal. But yeah, I won't bother now with this. We can definitely have a look at this later. Okay, so you can do something like replay info.add player elimination, and then you can say, you can rename this okay, this should be fine. So we're adding the elimination. Don't need this anymore. If you have a suggestion for anything in the code, please give me in the chat. Suggestions are always welcome. And later when I upload this to GitHub, when I push this, you can create pull requests as well if you want. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. So for every player elimination, we add a player elimination to the replay info class, the object, which is a replay info class. Okay, now we can create constant for this as well. So this will be called in the netStats metadata. Yep. Yeah, my name is Portuguese. Yeah, I'm Brazilian. Yeah. Welcome, Ice Zeko. Yeah, is that right? Ice Zeko. Welcome to the stream. Okay, that's nice. From Portugal, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm in Australia now, Sydney. It's 11:03 p.m. as you can see here in the chat. It's late night. It's Friday night. So I'm just chilling here. And I created this, the Fortnite Replay Reader, a console app. It's in my GitHub. The link is in the panels in the chat, in the channel. And you can have a look at that. And I'm just transforming this into a netstandard 2.0 library. There's a video there when I wrote all the source code for this, and I explained how to read the replay file. Why VS Code? Yeah, we don't have a user interface now. Cog Whistle, thanks for the follow. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, we don't have a UI because we're just reading. We can open this up in Visual Studio 2017. It will work fine. But since we're just reading numbers and some strings from the file, we're not actually loading the full replay file or trying to play the replay file. Then we would need a UI, but this would be a nightmare to do, I guess. So we're just reading information like the time of you spent playing that match, like how many minutes you were playing the match or watching, because after you die, after you get eliminated, you can continue watching the replay. So it will add to this replay in milliseconds. I'm not sure if this is called the same thing. Visual Studio. Oh, length in milliseconds. Yeah. I don't know why I did this. It's length. F2. Okay. Try to make a real game. What do you mean, like create a game from scratch? Any game? Yeah. My plan is to create some kind of game in future live streams using Unity. I'm not sure about Unreal yet. But yeah, I'm going definitely Fortnite logs. Yeah, are you talking about the replay file that you can rewatch the match and use the drone cam and everything? Oh, okay, I know what you mean. Okay, that's interesting. But what? Live logs while playing at the same time. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. But so let's say if you're playing live, then you would see the amount of players left in the game's UI anyway. But yeah, that's interesting. Maybe to expose as an API or something like that. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, you can post links if you want. That's fine. Interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, we can try to do something like that. Definitely. Good idea. For a nice save on disk. Okay, yeah. It reads data from the log. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. It's not very hard to do that. Yep. That's very interesting. Thanks for the link. Maybe you can have a look at that. But my code here only reads replay data, not log data. And so I created a console app, and it's here in my GitHub. You can there's a link to my GitHub in the channel's description, the panels below. So the code, yeah, I already updated the code, so I transformed the console app into a library, and but it's not working anymore. So if you want to run the console app, you should check out this commit here. So if you check out this commit, this hash here, then you can run the console app and then read a replay file. Yeah. Definitely a good idea. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah? Okay, let's see where I am. Okay, so adding player eliminations. That's interesting. So I think maybe some ideas from this library here that I'm building would be maybe creating like some stats from your previous matches that you played. Maybe using that data somehow, because you can get the eliminations, the gun type, and you can maybe create some kind of graphics or something like, which is the gun the type of gun that most people gets eliminated by. Like, is it shotgun or assault rifles or something like that? Maybe that's interesting. Okay. So get how many players you eliminated in this replay file. Eliminations, that's good. Oh, always press the wrong key bind. Again, here we read your position in this replay file and the amount of players, the total players that were started playing that match. Yeah. Okay, that's what we have for now. I'm not sure about those classes. We have suggestions, would be nice. So replay info makes sense to me. So this is a class that will contain the information about a specific replay file. Maybe we can even have the file path here. If we need, we can add. But this class here will contain the length in milliseconds of the replay match, the total replay time, which is a human readable time in minutes and seconds. Change list, that's the build version, Fortnite's build version. Yeah, I'm trying to keep everything organized. So this class makes sense to me. So friendly name, the name of the replay file, the timestamp that the replay file got, that you started playing that match. A private list of all the player eliminations, and you can return an enumerable of player eliminations. As I was saying before, since we're returning a list, if the consumer casts this as a list, it will be able to change the list, which is not great, but you can have a look at that later. The total amount of eliminations, players you eliminated, the count, your position in that replay file. So if you got the victory royale, it will be 1. Your position or your team position, because you can read replay files that for squads and duos as well, and the total amount of players in that match. Replay reader will get no. It is possible, but most likely not. Most likely not, because what changes in replay files is the change list. So you can open one replay file here in an hexadecimal editor. So here in the offset 16, which is 10 in hexadecimal, so this value here changes on every Fortnite update. This is the build number, Fortnite's build number, and that's the big number you see when you're opening Fortnite. You can see the version like 5.1 or something, and then in parentheses you can see the build number. So this number here will be very close to the build number. Usually the build number you see is a little bit higher than this one, but this one will be always higher in newer versions. So that's what they do to check. And actually I have a gist in my GitHub. So if you try to go to gists.github.com and then try to search for fix Fortnite Replay, you will find this one, which I'm maintaining. Probably I need to update this because I guess there's an update. Not quite sure, but so Luke Weiss created this PowerShell script to update all your replay files, and what I do is just update the bytes in the correct offset so you can update and rewatch your replay files. And usually it's fine. It's fine to open your previously stored replay files in the newer version. But when they change a lot of things, like from version 4.5, I guess, to 5, then they changed the map a lot. So I'm not sure. I didn't even try to update my replay files. Yeah, it is kind of dumb. It is kind of dumb. But I think that's they want to do that so it's safer. Maybe they change something, and yeah, maybe it will break, so they don't want to. They don't want to break the game. I don't know. They're just playing safe, I guess. But it's usually fine. And the replay file format itself is an Unreal Engine's format. So if you get Unreal Engine source codes, you can go to this class here, local file network replay streaming, and you can see what it does, how it reads all the information from the replay file. So the replay file format is an Unreal Engine format, and then when we get to the chunks of data inside of the replay file, the data inside of the chunks of data is Fortnite's data. So then to reverse this, you need to do a little bit of investigation. That's what I did. Because to read the basic information from the replay file, I just had to read the Unreal Engine source code, which was fine. But once you get to the chunks of data, then inside of the chunks of data, you need to guess, you need to investigate what's the information there. So for player eliminations, you can see that you can find like nicknames in there, so you can investigate. And I was talking about this in my previous live stream. So you can watch this YouTube video here. I wrote all the code from the replay reader in this video here from scratch, and I tried to explain how to read the file. Okay. Okay, I guess we have this thing here. Maybe we can create like a console app or something to read this, like .console maybe. A console reader. I don't know, something like that. Oops. Okay. So we can use something like .NET new console. We're going to output this into source console reader. Okay. That's fine by me. So the launch.json, which is going to run a console app, should point to this thing. So I'm going to change this console reader. This should work. So if I press F5, it will run the console reader. Let's try. Let's see what happens. Okay, makes sense. I need to add the to add .NET SLN add the console reader, because it needs to build the console reader as well. Oh. Yeah, I need to figure out how to build everything. But now it should work. Console reader, debug. It is here. Source, console reader. .NET Core app 2.1. Okay. Hello world. Okay, it's working now. Okay, now we can add the Fortnite Replay Reader to console reader. We can do that by, I think, .NET add. I'm not sure what's the .NET add, and then the console app, console reader, package, and then we use Fortnite Replay Reader, right? Okay. We can have a look at the CS proj. Well, unable to find package. It's not package, it's reference. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Looks good now. Okay, the build should build Fortnite Replay Readers SLN, I guess. So press F5. Okay, then now it's building the SLN. Okay, it's working. Looks good. Okay, so now what we can do is we can grab some code from here, because I hard coded the path to a replay file, and we need to change that. But I know that I have this file in my machine, so Should be good to test. And we can do something like replay info equals. Okay, file. Let's try to restore. Of course, it will never build. Temperature takes one argument. Oh, it's replay. Sorry, replay reader, of course. I don't remember what I created 30 minutes ago. Let's see if it builds now. Okay. The interesting thing is that you don't get access to the reader. Yes, code, maybe. Then we can try to do something like also write line. Yeah, the interesting thing is that I don't get any intelligence from this. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's interesting. I get 19 minutes and 1 second. So that's right. That's correct. I'm not sure why we don't. All the specs public, kind of. So the replay file format is Unreal Engine's format. So if you link, first of all, Sora Shiri, welcome to the stream. And so if you link your GitHub account to your Epic Games account, Sora, okay, that's fine. Sorab, okay, is that good? I'm terrible at pronouncing names because I'm not English is not my primary language, so yeah, it's fine. Thanks. Cheers. So yeah, they are, but that's fine. Okay, so it's Unreal Engine's file format, the replay file. So if you link your GitHub account to your Epic Games account through the account management in Epic Games website, so you have access to Unreal Engine source code. I'm not sure if you already have it, but maybe you don't. So if you link that, you get access to that. And then when you follow the README, you need to run a couple of batch files to get the solutions. So then you open the solution with Visual Studio. You can use the community edition if you don't have professional or enterprise one. And then so you just need to go to this file here, local file network replay streaming.cpp, and then find this method here, read replay info, and you see the structure. So you can see that the first thing it reads is 4 bytes, this uint32 here, magic number, which is this 4 bytes here, so on and so forth. So you can see the next 4 bytes is file version, the next 4 bytes length in milliseconds, network version, change list, friendly name, which is an F string, and stuff like that. So you can see the format. And so my previous live stream, maybe it will be very interesting to you, because if you go to my Fortnite Replay Reader repository on GitHub, the link is in the channels, the panels in the channel. So you can go to my GitHub and go to this repository here. So you can read the code, and there's a YouTube video, which is the live stream that I recorded reading the file from scratch. Sorry, I don't have a bot yet. I need to set up a bot. So and that's a very good command for me to implement in a bot. So, but you can go to the links in my channel, and you'll see the GitHub link. So in this video I'm writing the reader from scratch, and I'm explaining all this Unreal Engine format, the Fortnite, the Unreal Engine replay file format. And then once you go to the chunks of data inside of the replay file, then the data inside of the chunk is Fortnite's data. So you don't have any help for that. So you need to play lots of games, and then you need to know like how many players you eliminated, and the total players in the match, and the stuff like that. So you can investigate and try to figure out where are the offsets for each data. Okay, and now we're transforming this. It was a console app from start, and then now we're transforming this into a library. So you can try to do something like yeah, definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm having lots of fun. It's very interesting to do this kind of things. Yeah, it's all reverse engineering from there. So I got all the player eliminations. So for player eliminations, to get the nickname of the player that got eliminated, and the eliminated, and the gun type, this was all through some reverse engineering. And how many eliminations you have in that replay file, and your position, and the total amount of players in that replay file. So that was all done by reverse engineering the file using a hexadecimal editor, which was lots of fun. Okay, so let's try to use this and read like some data. We can do, so this console app here is just to try this. Thank you. Thanks. I need luck. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. If you wanna follow, be my guest. Thank you very much. So replay info dots friend name maybe. I don't know why, but not getting intelligence. Oh, thanks for following. Oh, this console here. Yeah, I'm just using it so I don't need to keep watching to the other monitor, so I can see the messages straight away. But yeah, I need to but this is a console app, so it will be hard. If I do this like a web view or something, maybe it will be easier. Okay, so friendly name. Let's read what else we can print out. Timestamp. Yeah. Can try to interpolate some variables here. Name. Oh, the t-shirt. C#. I love C#. Is it what you're talking about? And I'm drinking some wine as well, because it's very late at night. I'm in Australia now. Where are you? Australia as well? Okay. Total time. Then let's print the timestamp maybe. The timestamp should be first, I guess. Something like this. Date. I can do something like format this D. Oh, I never remember this. I guess it's DT and M. Then 124 hours. Is it NN? Not sure. Let's read the docs. That's what we do. Read the docs, check Stack Overflow. Okay, should work. Let's print out. Let's print out the eliminations. How many players we eliminated in that match. The position. So if you got the victory royale, your position will be 1. Position. And then, oops. Total players. Total players? Is that okay? Sounds good. Something like that. Okay, so if you run this, let's run it through the terminal here. I want to press F5 and run this through VS Code. So .NET run projects console reader. Cool. So we get name unsaved replay. Oh, it's MM. Yeah, that's fine. Run it again. Okay, so unsaved replay. The date of this, when I started playing this match, was the 13th of July at 11:29 p.m. So I spent 90 minutes and 1 second playing this. I eliminated 7 players. Got position 1, I got the victory royale. And this total amount of players that were playing that match. So yeah, our library is kind of working. I'm not sure about the API of this library yet. I'm just writing it like without thinking too much, but that's one thing we can maybe think more about, do more thinking around that, thinking about the consumer of this library, and then figure out the best way to consume this. Maybe if we try to write some tests, and we can figure out a better way to make these classes. So now we can do another thing, which is, I don't really like this thing here. But the snippet is doing that all the time. So you can try to loop through. I'm not sure why IntelliSense is not working. Maybe I'll try to reload VS Code. And see if it works. Okay, let's open the chat here so it's easier for me. Sorry. For who's new here, welcome to the stream. I'm just converting my console app, the Fortnite Replay Reader Console app, to a library. The code is in the Fortnite Replay Reader repository in my GitHub. So the GitHub link is in the description and the panels in my chat. Okay, now I got the... Oops, I always pressed the wrong thing. Okay, so we get the eliminations, which is an enumerable of player elimination. And then we can write player so this guy got eliminated. Was eliminated by eliminator with gun type. Should be all right. Let's try to run this. Let me see what we get. Okay, this is the output, which is very interesting. Let's run it again. This is the name of the replay file, date that I started playing this match, total time, eliminations, my position, how many players were playing that match. So we should see like 95 player eliminations here. So this guy was eliminated by this other guy with an SMG. This one's shotgun, pistol. So the 8, the value 8, I don't know what it is. So it can be explosion, it can be, I don't know, LMG, I guess, because that LMG is different than SMG. So AR, shotgun, pistol. Pistol, I'm not entirely sure about the value for pistol, but I think I have some replay files that I killed people with the pistol, so I can I need to rewatch that and then try to read the binary values for that, so I can be sure of this. So yeah, lots of eliminations. I need to use some kind of char set. I don't know, because some nicknames have different char sets, different characters in the nickname, but I don't know if it's the console app, the terminal that can't interpret, no, can print this correctly. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe you can try to put a conditional breakpoint here. Then we can actually see where the elimination dot goes to let's see, press F5, debug this. Rhoda 5 JZ 5 big boy small dog big dog dogs. Maybe this is the one. Hey, it looks different, like the different font. Maybe the console app is not able to deal with that. Oh no, does fine here. Okay. Oh, this is the one, I guess. No, it's fine here. Okay, that's interesting. So when I debug this, it prints everything alright. Everything looks good. But so if I debug, if I press F5 to debug the console app, then yeah, then it looks good. That's interesting. I have no idea what's the problem here. So it looks good, but if I try to go to the terminal and then run this manually here, then it messes up the output. That's interesting. Do you have an idea what it is? Okay, so we can do one more thing here, which is like, let's get the replay files folder. We can get environment variable for that, a get folder path, and then we can do special folder. Should be like local app data. I guess. Yeah. Local application data. Local app data folder, and then play files folder should be like pad.combine system.io, I guess. Yep. Combine. And we're going to combine this with this thing here. Should be alright. Okay. We can enumerate all the files in this folder. We need search pattern, which will be star.replay. So all the replay files in that folder. And then we can loop through this. Okay. Let's put a breakpoint here. Replay files folder. Data local for the game. Save demos. Looks good. First replay file is there. Looks good. The breakpoint here. All the eliminations. F5. You get everything. Information for all replay files we have. It looks good. No errors. That's interesting. Now we can have a bunch of files here. To commit this. Create console app. Test the library. Sounds okay. Push this. Should be here. Yep. So if you wanna have a look at that, this is the link to the repository. Essentially, we transformed the console app into a library. So you can use Replay Reader to read and return a replay info for each replay file. With some information, then the player eliminations, and then we created a console app just to consume that library. So the next steps will be writing some tests, I guess. Writing tests and I think changing the API a little bit, because I'm not quite sure about this, like passing the replay file in the replay reader. Maybe we can have only one replay reader and then we like one outside of this, because I don't think we need to instantiate a replay reader every time we need to read a replay file. So I'm not happy about this. So we need to change this, think about this. What else? Writing tests. And then we need to create CI/CD pipelines. So we can maybe write things here. It's around build. C console reader, is that? Yeah, this thing here. Coming live streams. I'm not sure how to build a list. GitHub Markdown. I'm sure I saw something about like to-do list, like checkboxes somewhere. Oh, maybe. Okay, I think that's it. So I can try to do something like we need to review classes. Just to make it easier. Is that pretty easy to consume? We need to build CI and CD pipelines. Pipeline. I'm going to use AppVer. Publish. NuGet packages. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, we need tests. That's important. Right. Need tests. That's right. So you have a to-do list. That's good. Let's preview this. Okay, looks good. Okay, yeah, so now that we have a library and a console app, which is console reader, so the easiest way to run this, of course, would be opening the folder in Visual Studio Code and then pressing F5. It will run the console reader console app automatically for you because of the task, because of this launch JSON here. But if you don't want to install VS Code, then you need to build, because it will build the solution, so it will build everything. I'm not sure if maybe it will work if you just try to run the project. Let's see. Let's delete everything here. So if we try to delete all of the bin OBJs here, because it will be a lot easier if it's possible to run the project with this command. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, okay. So it's even easier. You don't need to do that step of building. Much easier. But if you try to run, okay, you need to specify a project. Okay. Alrighty. Let's pull the readme changes. Cool, looks good. Okay, so we have our to-do list, and I'm going to do this. Probably I'll be streaming tomorrow again. But yeah, that's it for today. It's 12:15 a.m. here, Saturday. I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, in the right corner, bottom corner. It's Saturday now. And I'm going to sleep, and maybe tomorrow I'll be streaming again, and then we'll try to do these things here. And that's it. You can download the code here in my GitHub Fortnite Replay Reader repository. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, and really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time, hopefully. My name is Freddy Machado, I mean, Sydney, software developer, .NET. I love C#. Let's keep it up. Thank you, guys.